makes when a runner is struggling to find a lane often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
No, wait, did that just give them 2
They'd
points?
like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again.
Oh, if I did not.
And it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Snapped it. I snapped it.
Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit.
I snapped it.
Boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree, all right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he is in. Touchdown, New England.
No
Mike
way.
Gesicki. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Now Folk for the extra point.
And they still made
Will
it.
take a 10-point lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Playing
Back
at the
out
spot,
is the kicker,
so.
Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Okay, wait, how does my team let all
And not
those
a
people
great
by?
return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap? But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. And this pass broken up.
No, this dead.
There on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go.
No, was that a fumble? No.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair
not.
of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3. Back to throw. Jones. And that's complete downfield to Parker. And all the way in. Touchdown.
I was playing for. Let's go.
Parker, 37 yards.
Like our team is
and
winning.
The Patriots are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver.
I
But on that
totally
particular
didn't
play,
switch my team.
Somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
I totally didn't change my team. But I didn't say anything about teams, I don't think.
On for the
I'm on this
extra point
team.
is full.
That's kicking right now. I'm on this team. Let's
That'll
go!
make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away.
No, I'm on the Buffaloes.
Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Allen looks to throw on second down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's
I'm driving,
incomplete.
I'm driving.
The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've
That
got to put the
glitched.
ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he is
The team that I'm going against, not Buffaloes because I'm on Buffaloes, but the other team that I'm going against kind of looks like Nick A30's icon skin in Fortnite.
Place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Okay, hello?
Jones now. Off play action. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Fumble.
This is picked up by the Bills. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
That was definitely a fumble.
Sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Strip sack. But all we're talking about is getting to the guy, getting to the passer, making the tackle, making the play, but do a little bit extra, right? Stripping the ball out, working the arm free. That's become a big emphasis for all defenders.
Yeah, and as a defender with the emphasis, this is something that's practiced.
Practiced all the time. Taking the ball away, creating turnovers. That's really job one for any defense because that's how you win in today's NFL.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Following the fumble recovery, Allen. He's got his target.
No!
Tight end Knox. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Let's see if we can do that again.
Really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Allen. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion.
My God, if you guys
This will be
just
stopped
juked it
about
up.
2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon,
Jay
perfect defense
Allen
in this
stands for
situation
Johnson.
would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how
Oh
the
my
defense
God.
stayed in sync.
Wait. I have to instant that.
Hey, right there.
Oh, thanks.
Jamie Lynn.
Make sure you eat all of it this time, because you
Yeah.
left the chocolate.
Don't waste it, okay?
You
I
left
didn't.
the chocolate bar right there, and it was still.
Stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So the drive will continue after the conversion on 4th. They'll work from the
Sorry,
20
there's
on
people in
1st
that
down.
background.
Harris running straight ahead. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe, because you figure at some point you break off a
That
run,
was not
but
meant to
this
be
case,
in this
what we're seeing
video.
is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
No!
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
A safety.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in
Safety.
a tied game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
I'm doing Weiss now. Wow,
And
no.
they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Allen, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. The Pats at the line ready to go. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Stevenson.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line. The whole blockers all from sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
That was in the video.
Jones to throw on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Dude, I'm still 6.
29 yards on third down. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether...
Today, from Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, this is Madden Football on EA Sports.
And we are underway in Buffalo. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
Brandon, whatever happened to the old rule that if you don't know that you're definitely going to get it to at least a 20-yard line, you just take a knee in the end zone. Sometimes being too aggressive can actually cost you.
So here are the Jets now backed up to start their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Hall again on second down. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's third down.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
This opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
They'll go again with Hall.
And they'll get him down
Oh!
past the 15. Needed 13, they got 14 on 3rd down.
The Jets, they won one game against
right
me.
down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
I don't know what they were just doing. I'm sorry, guys. They were just being weird.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
In motion right, that's Hardman. There's a fake on the Jets sweep, and instead a give to Hall up the middle.
That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets them
Okay.
back for 2nd down.
8 yards. Okay.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
Oh, imagine I made it out.
A 4-yard pickup that gets them going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And
No!
connect, incomplete.
If I would have let
their shot, but it's going to
fake
bring up
punt
4th
off
down.
tackle.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this
didn't do
defense.
that.
And this defense delivers a turnover on
that's
downs on the
fine.
very first drive of the afternoon.
Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts
Yeah, he
to
actually
rest.
has. He
can
got
roll out and run it.
2015,
He can bomb
pretty
it
sure
over
he
your
got a
heads,
bunch of
everything in
touchdowns.
between. He's
Way
an
more.
absolute nightmare
Pretty sure
for
he won
defenses to
something.
try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's
The
an
best team won
MVP caliber
something.
player
Won
each and every
2015,
time he
if I
takes the
remember
field.
reading about that.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Holding 10 yards.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver.
You're always
and
mad
you're
at
aware
him.
of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want
Okay,
to
I'm
be
sorry.
aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Back to throw. Allen. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the 1st down at the 1-yard line, though. They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And And it'll be a turnover on downs. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes
Oh
down
my
to execution,
God.
doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, and he's not going to make it out.
Yeah, that's
of the end
safety.
zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Yeah, but the
These two
Buffaloes,
defenses, they might come
they
to
got
play.
two,
One has
only
already
two.
come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game,
It's
who
the
knows?
safety when you
This
get
could wind up being
tackled in the end
difference.
zone. Oh, I didn't really know that. Oh, what? Punt right.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
Yeah, I'm not good at punting.
So
Yeah,
here
like
come the
me at
Bills after
punting,
their
I'm
second drive.
so bad.
And last time,
It's like
they
me
had a
come
fourth
punting-
and goal,
punting
rolled the dice,
dumper.
didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Sorry.
Right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Watch out, Jimmy.
They run. First carry for Damian Harris.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. That is caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Yeah, what's the
His
problem?
first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due.
Nah,
That was
bro,
smart
he's
play
not
calling
even
right
wearing
there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just
Nice.
let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone, and they hit him for the completion for the first down.
Oh, never mind. He's wearing cleats. This is my fucking weakness.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Allen.
And I'm not helping you getting dressed.
On the scramble, it's 2nd down.
Like that and cook.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. They run again on first down, Cook. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, Cook. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, that'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Setting up the screen for Cook. Touchdown, Bills.
No!
James Cook, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills are able to add on to that lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it was James. Things off with a touchdown catch.
Let's go.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And can you believe it? It's a 2nd safety in this ball game.
I have to think the sooner halftime can get here for them, the better, because that first half has been rough, and that safety, it only adds to their issues. The other sideline, though, I think they're fine if we just skip the break and keep playing.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just change.
I don't know when
Offensive
we are
playbook just
going
opens
to
up. And now in
close
defense, do you play aggressively
video,
or do you
but-
lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
You
The
can see a
Jets going to go
couple.
ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From midfield, here's Allen.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And they'll get him down after a pickup
Harris.
of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case,
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And the Jets are going to take over here up near the 40. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true. But you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
From midfield, here's Rodgers.
This one finds Wilson downfield.
A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection,
First down.
that's what made this play a success.
Okay, that was still good.
Quarterback
That's still
had to
good.
wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football
Oh
game.
my God.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
No.
It was so close, that close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defense.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement, because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
So we have reached halftime here, and okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
Touchback.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake. Allen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carl Lawson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Allen. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Here's Hardman to return.
Oh my God.
It'll
Interception. I'm just
40
kidding.
yards following a punt of 44. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here's the Jets on now
Okay.
as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
After this match, I
And a
will
loss of 16 there. And that's going to bring up a second and about a
end this
mile
video.
here. Here's Hall again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Okay, that's what's on this game, and then we will end it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this ball's going to be touched down just shy of midfield. The Bills ready to take over. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because
When
you
you're
have
not
the lead,
playing
you can control the game. But why put them in a tougher spot?
this,
You want to get out there and get something done on
God.
offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
My God, it's so hard if you're rookie. If you're rookie, it's so hard.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And complete right side to Cook. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
EA Sports.
with Cook. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
See you guys in the next video. Bye.
From 3 yards out.